Even if you're not an avid Friends fanatic, you probably know the story of Ross and Rachel. One of the main plots of the 10-year series was that Ross and Rachel were made for each other, an example of which is the fact that Ross had always been in love with Rachel. The structure of the sitcom dictated that in the end their love would triumph. But is everything so smooth in the relationship of these characters? Let's find out. Many psychologists define toxic relationships as any relationship between people who do not support each other, where there are conflicts and one partner seeks to suppress the other, where there is competition, where there is disrespect, and there is no cohesion. Toxic relationships cause psychological, emotional, and possibly even physical damage to one or both participants. And this relationship does not have to be romantic. It is worth mentioning that friendly, family and professional relationships can also be toxic. So, let's look at some examples of toxicity in the relationship between Ross and Rachel. Every time Ross started dating someone, Rachel interfered in their relationship. For example, in season 2, she left an unambiguous voice message to Geller, because of which he left Julie. And in season 3, Miss Green even shaved Ross's new girlfriend bald. Ross is also not a gift. He was constantly jealous of Rachel and did not trust her, although she never gave any reason to doubt her loyalty. It was because of this irrational feeling that the heroine Jennifer Aniston decided to take a break from the relationship, which eventually led to a serious quarrel and a breakup. In addition, Ross put his feelings and interests above Rachel's wishes. This was especially evident in the episode when she was offered to work in Paris. Instead of discussing this step in an adult way, Ross tries to find a job for her in New York behind Rachel's back. This is a sign of codependency. Let's not forget that in Vegas they get drunk and accidentally get married, and then Ross lies to Rachel about the divorce. He persuades Rachel to move in with him. Ross tries to convince Rachel to love him again so that he doesn't have to divorce again. Rachel continues to live her life as if everything is fine and that things are better with Ross than ever. Ross is offended when Rachel laughs during their kiss because she is dizzy, and then he refuses to kiss her again, offended, so she has to apologize. The typical behavior of the victim, Ross, when his partner, Rachel, feels guilty and is obliged to ask for forgiveness. Emotional manipulation and treating people as property is absolutely unacceptable behavior in a relationship. It is important to note that a healthy relationship supports you. Ross and Rachel's relationship wasn't healthy. It's probably fair to say that the series today can be sharply criticized for the fact that they portray such a relationship as desirable.